Outdoor Adventures with Miss Laura and Miss C. Today, we're going to talk about our classroom turtles, Sheldon and Buck. Sheldon and Buck are both red-eared sliders. You can see here that Sheldon has curled up in his shell. Like most turtles, he uses his outer shell to protect himself. The outer shell is called the carapace. That's the top here. The bottom is called the plastron. This ridge here, kind of like his spine, is called the keel. And these individual scales on his shell is a scute. Because Sheldon and Buck are pets, their habitat is a tank. I thought we could go see what a red-eared slider's habitat would be in the wild. And while I'm heading out, let's get some of our questions about the red-eared slider answered by Miss C.
What is a habitat?
A habitat is its home for either a plant or an animal.
Why are they called red-eared sliders?
The reason they're called a slider is the way that they slide across rocks or into ponds.
What do they eat?
When they're babies, they're herbivores. An herbivore is an animal that only eats plants. But as they grow into adults, they become what's called an omnivore. An omnivore is an animal that eats both plants and meat. So they get to choose what they want to eat.
How big can they get?
Red-eared sliders are medium-sized sliders. That means they're usually, as an adult, between 125 to 200 millimeters. What that means is they will be from about here and all the way to about here. The really big ones can be as long as 350 millimeters, which would be this big. That's pretty big.
Red-eared slider's home is very different in the wild than what Sheldon and Buck live in. We try to recreate their habitat as close as we can, but nothing really replaces their natural home, like this pond behind me. Let's see if we can get a closer look.
The habitat for a red-eared slider is typically a freshwater habitat that does not have a lot of movement. This means like a pond or a lake, but definitely not any really big rushing rivers.
Ponds like this are the perfect habitat for red-eared sliders who've relocated to our area. It has warm, calm, fresh water for swimming and plenty of areas to get out of the water and bask in the sun. Enjoyed our adventure today learning about red-eared sliders. Before we go, one more thing for Miss C.
Do you know what a turtle needs to ride a bike? A shelmet!
Until next time,
Go out and explore the environment.